just approaching the railway station here at Port of Spain. We have the administration building on the right. Platform 3 can be seen there right next to the lighthouse on the left. Platform 2 on the inside of that, and platform 1 is concealed. This is where the maxi taxis enter. This used to be the main entrance to the station right here, and that's the island platforms 2 and 3 straight ahead.
And here I am again. Martin is here with us today, taking us down the bus route. We're just heading to Piarco Airport, but we're taking a bit of a moment here to reflect on the Trinidad Government Railway. Here's some old buildings. The railway used to pass right here. This was where the abattoir area is. It's still called abattoir. You can see it on the sign there. But here we are leaving Port of Spain East. Here's the flyover. And yes, here we are on what used to be the Trinidad Government Railway. When this area was first built, the railway was first put here, the big problem was to be able to go through the swamp, because this was an entire area. So William Edward Tanner, who was the chief resident engineer, he looked at this and he thought he would lay the railway right across the swamp and float it on timber and all sorts of different things like that, and it proved to be very successful. So this area, I have a photograph in the book that shows this area right where we are now, with nothing but swamp on either side and a brand new railway with the curve like you see ahead there running straight along. So we're just waiting for this traffic light, and you can see here Port of Spain East and Laventille on the other side, and right around this area here is where you had the Citrus Growers Association, and there was a line that crossed the Eastern Main Road right here that went across the Citrus Growers. So yeah, here we are running along what is now the priority bus route, but this is built right over the exact track bed of the Trinidad Government. Right, heading east along the priority bus route, just leaving Port of Spain General Station. And we just passed the Abattoir crossing and Piccadilly crossing, and we're now heading east along what used to be the Trinidad Government Railway, but is now the priority bus route, PTSC priority bus route, the old days. So this is now the La Basse area. They call this La Basse. There's a chap trying to cross the road, but he's better. Common sense has prevailed, and he's waiting for us to go by. This whole area was swamp in 1876 when they were building the railway, and they decided upon the straightest route to Arima, which included this area through the swamp. They were going to go along the Eastern Main Road, but they decided to go in a more direct route across the swamp.
So this would be exactly where the railway was?
The railway was right here. This was exactly right where it was. And we're now traveling along the railway. And they've obviously gone a bit, in fact what they did in 1923, they widened this area, because originally it was a single track line, okay, but because of the intensity of the traffic, they decided upon doubling this section. So in fact in 1923 the section between Port of Spain and St. Joseph was double track.
Right.
So you had train going up one side and a train coming down the other side. Of course, Beetham Gardens got its name from the Beetham Highway, which was built after Governor Beetham, named after Governor Beetham. That was a highway that runs along the foreshore there on the reclaimed section. This section here on the south of what used to be the railway is now called Beetham Gardens, and it extends right away. You got the Fernandez compound coming up further down on the left-hand side. But we proceed along what used to be the Trinidad Government Railway. It's now priority bus route. This is Beetham Gardens Recreation Ground. Just going past that. So next stop further on down is will be Mova. You can see here the
straightest road in Trinidad was the railway. And in my view, what they should have done is continue the bus route along all of the old railway routes, and we would have had a really wonderful priority bus route system right across Trinidad using the old railway lines, which were all dead straight. Sadly today we've allowed a lot of squatters to come on the line, and people have more or less taken over the right of way. And now if we were going to do that, it would take a lot of people, a lot of money and so on, to be able to evict those people and put the roadway back. So I think it's a lost opportunity, but at least we have the bus route, the original railway, which is now the bus route, and this is quite a good transport system. We were just on the main road there this time, just after 5. Traffic is horrendous on the main road, but look at the bus route, completely clear. And this is this is the idea behind having a transport system that you can get in and out, especially during rush hour, which is what is right now. And like I said, had they been able to build across all the railway networks across Trinidad, we would have had something like this, a very, very good system. Now I have a film of a engine coming down here with this on the side. One feature that remains of the old railway is coming up on the left-hand side there, and that is an old lower quadrant semaphore signal built by Tyne Company of London and Carlisle, and you can just see it right there ahead of us as we proceed over. That's it right down, right in front of us. As we proceed over Mova Crossing, and you can look here and you can see that sort of, again, this was a big level crossing and actually a train stop. Someone waiting there on the side. And here comes a PTSC bus. It's good to see that the bus route is being used primarily for buses. There are 1 or 2 emergency vehicles on, and of course you get the odd person who's stealing a passage on the bus route. But this system works very, very well. You can see all the maxi taxis with the red band plying this route every day, and doing an extremely good job of moving the population in and out of Port of Spain during rush hour. And the next stop down here will be somewhere like San Juan, or as they say in Trinidad, San Juan. How do you say it, Martin? San Juan, right? See? So again, there was another station at San Juan, and we'll probably stay on this.
So those old railway pieces there, why would they be upright like that?
Well, because people will say, "Hey, you're selling that? Yeah, how much you want?" Right? So much, they sell it, right? Because it's no good anymore for railway. Is this San Juan coming up here?
Yeah, so this is Barataria.
This is Barataria, right?
Avenue.
Okay. Hey, what's that truck doing? Trucks allowed on it?
No, we have a lot of unauthorized vehicles
Okay.
in the area now. The charge is 2,000 TT.
So you get a 2,000 TT charge for being illegally on the priority bus route.
So this is Jokey Road. This is where Sawa begins.
Okay, Sawan begins right here.
Yeah.
All right. So the old Sawan railway station used to be coming up here. You can see on the left there's a building, but actually the station was on the right at one time. So this is all Sawan station here. This is the site of Sawan station, now of course completely obliterated, gone. But you can keep going, you don't have to stop it. And then what has been replaced is now this ghastly looking building here on the left, which is now, I guess, some sort of mall or something.
Yes.
The railway station used to be situated right here.
the middle here by the
Yeah,
island?
yeah. Well, there were two sides. There's platform 1, platform 2, right?
Oh.
So here we go. Went through. This was a level crossing as well. Level San Juan level crossing. These bridges have been replaced. This is now a newer bridge. There was an older bridge here in the old days. Probably remnants of the older bridge are below. You know. But you come down here every day. This is like
Every day, that's my
you see, this is for me this is all new. But
Yeah.
and you know I never rode the train down here.
Okay.
Yeah, I never rode the train here. Where's Champlain?
We're going into Champlain.
Right, the scene of a terrible accident. Yep, 1885. Terrible, terrible accident.
Train accident.
Train accident, yeah. Two locomotives collided. Now, is this...
Around West Savannah.
This is around West Savannah, okay. You also have the Tunapuna Savannah as well, what do you call it? Orange Grove Savannah.
Mokoya.
Right, that's further on down. Okay. Quite nice progress here along the route. You can see that with the railway being taken out, the route has now taken on more ups and downs. Before it was more level. Here you have another level crossing was here. I'm not sure which level crossing that was exactly, but that's Champlain. This is Champlain, right?
Yeah.
Well, St. Joseph Station is back there. Right? We're coming up to St. Joseph. The accident happened around here. And a lot of people were killed.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of people killed. Two trains collided. In fact, it was, as you leave St. Joseph, there's a curve.
Yes.
Right? So where's the curve? Is it over there?
No, it's a little higher up.
A little higher up, right. But it's as you leave St. Joseph. Because the accident happened between San Juan and St. Joseph.
Okay.
At Champlain, which is this area here.
Yeah, this area.
Right. There's a curve, right?
Yeah.
So the accident would happen where those buses are somewhere over there. And all these industries
So
here,
they were what, going in opposite directions?
they're going in opposite directions and they collided.
Do you think that would be recorded in the news or the internet?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, not on the internet. It's in the newspapers. I have all the reports. There was another level crossing here. Yeah, I have all the names of the victims and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. See the curve? Right here it happened.
And down here still has a lot of accidents.
Yeah, not surprised. Not surprised.
There's a lot of real accidents right here.
Yeah.
Let me save some. Let me stop here. I'm gonna save some. Ooh, the fella came real close.
Like you see much money.
Yeah, I mean, we had bad traffic problems. Let him go. Let him go. He hurried. And that was the problem. You know, we didn't have any railway then, but the railway was people always, Eric Williams always said if we stop the railway, we'll have a big problem with traffic. But then nobody was using the railway at one point. Right? You had morning rush hour. This is St. Joseph coming up here.
Yeah, yeah.
And the old station building is still there. We'll see it as we go by. Now the station building here was interesting because it was a junction.
Right.
Although the junction started at Curep,
Right.
the double track continues, but there's two single tracks from here. So instead of up and down, there were two omnidirectional lines that continued from here. There was a level crossing here too. And that building, keep going. That building on the left, that was the old railway station. See it there?
Okay.
You see it there? That's the original railway station there on the left.
This one right there?
That one right there. That's the original station there. See?
Okay.
And here you can see part of the platform. Look at it on the side there. See it over there? That's the platform. See it there?
Yeah,
Look,
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Look there on the side there. That's the old platform there. See it? Now all gone. Then you had a curve here. And in fact, St. Joseph was when they shut the railway down, they put all the locomotives on the line here. There was for many years. This bridge used to be a double bridge. Double girder bridge. But they knocked it down. And they built over this bridge instead. I think there's a mosque on some side here. Look at it.
Yeah.
See it? So this was wasn't here, it was just down here where the double bridge was. Cricket man. And this is the new bridge. But I have photographs of this bridge with two bridges with that piece of thing on the side. still there. That's still there. So this was the St. Joseph Bridge, and now we are approaching QREP, and QREP signal box used to be on the left-hand side, where the Southern Main Road crosses the main line. The signal box was right at the end of this new building here, right? That was the signal box on the end there. And there were big gates here too. I have photographs of all this with the gates and so on. So here we are now crossing QREP, level crossing. This is the Southern Main Road. And on the left-hand side here, we once had a railway station with platforms. And the line branched off to south and went on the western side of the UE boundary down there. Today that area is called UE TGR car park. UE, you know TGR car park? There's probably another level crossing here at one point. See, that's where the road diverged, right here, diverged. Short view of the section of the junction at QREP that used to change from the Arima line to the Southern Main Line towards San Fernando. And that's where the junction went off down to the south. Now heading east, going past St. Augustine, coming up next. In fact, my last train to San Fernando has that house in it. Yeah, the train is diverging, going down that way. That's where it diverges.
The Trinidad Government Railways, however, will not be going out of business entirely. At least, not in the immediate future. The Eastern Rail service between Port of Spain and Arima is still being operated and handles an average of 15,000 commuters.
So down there now. So UE car park is actually down there. There goes an ambulance. University of the West Indies on our right.
So the train diverted there to go this way
To south,
San Fernando.
yeah.
So the route of the train to go San Fernando was
Right.
not the highway that goes
No,
to south.
no.
Okay.
It was an independent route that went via Caroni Village, Frederick Settlement,
Oh,
then
okay.
Canopia, which became Jerningham Junction, right? And then Chaguanas. But at Jerningham Junction, it then took off towards Londonville.
So it's more like the old Southern Main Road kind of thing.
Right. In a sense, yeah. But it wasn't on the road, it sort of ran along it.
Okay.
You could stop at Marabella Martin, you couldn't see somebody train line.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, but when you're on the main road, you just see it.
Exactly right. And you see how nice and smooth this road is, right? And that's because it was a railway. It was here long before any of the housing is here. So this was nice and straight, smooth, and that's why. This is Macoya, right? So you can see the cemetery on the side there, the field on the side there. This is Macoya. Are we coming off a Thackeray? Oh, it's an articulated bus. This Volvo is one of the articulated PTSE buses. Very nice. Right. So here we are approaching Tunapuna now, and this is the old Tunapuna railway station that we see on the left-hand side. This building has been completely built over, but you can just look at it and you can see that it was a railway station at one time. With a lot of the original features, and then we proceed along the bus route now. We can see here Tunapuna Transit Halt for PTSC, and then moving along, the next stop will be Thackeray, a little bit further down. Coming up now to another traffic light. And there ahead of us is one of those PTSC buses. This one is one of the Volvo models, M0730. This one is Arima bound or Sangre Grande bound, probably Sangre Grande. That is amazing, I didn't spill any. On this back. See, and this was another crossing again. Actually, one of the families I interviewed lives around here somewhere. You know, Aubrey Goodrich, the lady who was sitting next to the engine driver.
Right,
talking,
right, yeah.
lives around here. They said the engine driver lives up in Santa Cruz. Wow, look at this cemetery.
One of them passed on last.
Yeah.
The other one alive?
No, they're both dead. Both dead. But I never saw Aubrey Goodrich. I only saw
His daughter, I think it was.
his daughter was there. Yeah, she was the one who took me to see. The other guy was his best friend.
Kenrick or whatever.
Yeah, Fenwick Lord.
Kenrick, yeah.
Yeah. And we have
This is
been.
Macoya ground.
Okay.
This is not Orange over there.
Right.
Orange go further.
It's a little further up. Okay, very good. Hold that there.
Yeah.
Maybe to eat.
Yeah, that's what you say. Sports field over there, some sports stuff going on.
Constantine Park.
Constantine Park, the PTSD bus. And you can see here that the bus route has these little sidelines so you can pull off, you know, almost like stops where the buses can pull alongside. When you look at the original plan for the bus route, those sections were included in the original planning. And they're still in situ and being used. And now we're coming up. The next bridge will be the Tacarigua Bridge. And we'll have, here's another one of those side steps, side off the bus route. And we'll have St. Mary's Church on the left-hand side. That's a bridge ahead there.
That is one.
No, the next one here.
This is Cora Junction.
Right.
El Dorado.
Cora Junction, El Dorado. Just coming up. Making sure nobody's coming out in front of us. And I can see the steeple from Tacarigua, St. Mary's Church. We will be going over the bridge shortly. And of course, Tacarigua is famous for Orange Grove Estate. This is where William Hardin Burnley had his estate, and that's Tacarigua Church there where William Eccles is buried. And this whole area, you got the orphanage on the other side. St. Mary's is where William Eccles was buried. I'm just going to span across there so you can see it. So that's where William Eccles was buried. Tacarigua was a point where the line to Orange Grove came off the TGR, went through the Tacarigua savannah there and into the factory over at Orange Grove. Tacarigua station was a lovely station, but of course long gone. I wonder if you can see exactly where it passed. You really cannot see, but it used to go straight up across the Church of Roosevelt and go straight into Orange Grove. Come along here and go up the road. I think on this trip I might try and come down here one day. See if I can figure out where that line ran. To the police station would have been back there, I think. Emergency brakes, and it's a good thing.
And the tire went on the white line.
Yeah,
and
just skated. So you see? That's the same type of thing.
So the ride is good. The ride is smooth.
Yeah, the ride was pretty good. There are a few people who, I mean, I've rode the train in England. It's smooth, very, very smooth. Because there's no bumps or anything. You're nice, smooth, you know. Never rode a train before? No. Have to go overseas. See, we could have had trains.
They were trying to build a rapid rail here. So
I know. I know. The rapid rail guys contacted me. I'm not really interested in rapid rail as such. I'm more interested in the history of what we had. like them to bring a train line, a railway back, but you know, I don't think it's.
I mean,
gonna
it's just so sad that with all this train history, we don't have anything that people could ride or experience it or
Yeah,
relive the
That's exactly right. We don't have.
not even
this-
a little piece.
No, there's nothing. That's what I've been trying to get people to do for years. I like that signal. At Mova, I want them to take that. And you know, because if you look on this route, there were signals all along, and look, there's only one left. In fact, there's another one. There's one down. There's one in Pointe-a-Pierre, and there's one at in Arima, just beyond Arima.
Because you know, if that fall at Mova Junction there, that's gone.
Oh yeah,
that's
I know.
gonna go.
Oh yeah, I know.
Something going on here. Why are they running like that?
Where? Oh, they shouldn't do. You see, that's where they should intervene. But sometimes it. Something.
Yeah, if they're observing that kind of thing, they should have been already.
Of course.
Intervening. They wait too long until things happen.
Right.
Well, I hope that your video don't pick up that.
Doesn't matter. I will edit out all that. I edit everything. When I'm filming like this, it's generally what I will do there is I will take scenes of this, and then I'll put scenes of a railway going. I'll do all sorts of stuff with it. Yeah.
By the time you get that done,
Yeah,
that's...
and I will also cut out, you know, I can cut out sound, use the sound when I want it, put the sound somewhere else, all kind of stuff.
So you do that on your own, or is there a studio?
I just do it my own. I do all that myself. Listen, all that voice you hear in my video, I did that with my mobile phone. I have no microphone or anything. It's all no professional. It's just I just do that to record the history because nobody else is doing it.
Sounds good.
You know? Well, you can hear a lot of crackling and stuff in the background, but one of these days I'll do a professional film. There's a guy coming to film me on Tuesday. He wants to do a documentary, so we'll see what happens there. Now, if I'm not mistaken,
So this is Lopino.
this is Lopino. I was just about to say that because this is a. Did you see the video I did with the house and the train? I have a painting. I have David Moore do me a painting of a steam coach going this way. Oh, the house is gone. Oh no, it's still there. Look at that. It's still there. Now, this is Lopino Road level crossing, and that there. Keep going. That's the house that appears in the video, and it looks a little bit dilapidated at the moment. Needs some tender love and care. Anyway, back to my famous painting done by David Moore, but the house sadly is no more. The house has been knocked down, and this is Lopino Road level crossing. Is no longer in use. Last time I was here in 2012, there was someone living there.
Okay.
And I actually took photographs and so on. So this is Lopino Road level. That was Lopino Road level crossing. This is where they were. So we're not very far from Arima now, right?
No, maybe about 10 minutes.
Well, it'd be good if I have film all the way there. Coming up now to another crossing again. What's this, Dabadi?
This is Arima Old Road.
This is Arima Old Road. So this is Dabadi then, somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
Dabadi is because the steam.
Well, remember that the engines use water, right? So they have fire and they're boiling water. So as they boil, they lose water. They have to keep replenishing, right? So you know, you're just like your kettle takes water. You have to keep filling it up. Same thing with the steam locomotive. On here, this one.
No, this is still a road car.
Yeah. sure it was 78. I tell you what, I have a document there that has a history of the bus route when they were building it. Another bridge. Another day, another bridge. Now we are approaching Dabadie. Dabadie was a stop. It was the last railway station in Trinidad to be rebuilt in 1967, just before they closed, because it had burned down due to fire. It had to be rebuilt, so it was the last railway station in Trinidad to be rebuilt. David used to film used to paint all of this, huh? I guess the station may have been back there. Great. Look at it, dead straight. See that?
Yeah.
And you know they had to change the course of the railway because the original railway was going to go straight into Arima. But because they decided that they were going to extend it to Sangre Grande, they decided not to go into Arima, but to go on the outskirts of Arima. So they changed the route. It saved them
It would have been easier for the extension.
Well, yeah, and it saved them £8,000 because into Arima they have to go uphill. So it saved them some money doing that. See, this is perfect filming because we're going with the sun behind us. So this is great.
This is Mausika.
What's it?
Mausika Junction.
Mausika, okay. Very nice, man. Very nice. Northern Range on the left, Caroni Plains on the right. Evidence of the railway, you know. A lot of it is gone, eh?
Most of the evidence that remains is mostly
that's
Port of
right.
Spain area.
Port of Spain, exactly. Out here, there's not a great deal left.
But then a lot of work could have been done to a lot of infrastructure to get rid of that.
Oh yes.
Train.
Oh yes. A lot of work would have been done to create this. You know. The Arima River there? Is this Arima coming up here?
Yeah, this is the Arima.
Okay, so that was the bridge there? Or was there another bridge further up?
There's a bridge further up.
Okay. Let me see if I can make it. That is Arima there then. Yeah. So that's the end of the line.
That's the end of the line.
Right. We take this final corner into Arima. What you had on the left-hand side here was a water tower, and water used to be taken out of the river that we're just going over now, and that used to be used for locomotives. The railway station in Arima used to be here on the left-hand side that we're just approaching. The PTSE depot is now on the right, and this was once the Arima railway station. This is it here, right? This could be it, I think.
right there with the
Yeah.
flagpole.
Okay, right. That's the one. Yeah. Oh, well, everything is gone. There's nothing left. Only that pipe there. So this is the end of the line here.
Yeah, this is-
So the bus route ends here. The railway continued along that trace straight ahead there on its way to Sangre Grande.